Hello and welcome to the Pro Tour Columbus Championship match. I'm Randy Bueller. I'm here with Osip Levitovich, and we're getting ready to watch the battle between Pierre Canali of France and Shuhei Nakamura of Japan. Canali on the left of your screen has got an affinity build. Nakamura is playing a red deck wins. It should be fun. It's very split opinions about who's supposed to win this match. The Japanese player with the team that's been doing great, Canali, there you get a look at him. Nobody thought affinity was the right call for this extended deck, but his team put meddling mages into it, and he's got a first-turn Aether Vial, so off to a good start.
Canali pretty much got the perfect start that he needs. Darksteel Citadel and a Vial. I mean, the Darksteel Citadel is perfect just because it's protection against Wasteland. So he's guaranteed to have 2 lands in play.
So your pick in this match is Nakamura, right?
My pick is still Nakamura, but this is a really bad start for him to deal with. I mean, turn 1 Aether Vial, Darksteel, and he's on the draw. I mean, if he has a Ravager too, it's going to be a tough one.
All right, well, Jackal Pup comes down after cracking a fetch land, and Nakamura passes the turn. We'll see what Canali's got for turn 2. That is Arcbound Ravager. Wow.
Now I'm pretty sure Nakamura will probably lose again. I mean, if he has
a little more play to these extended decks than just...
Really not. I'm telling you, it's really this easy. If he has a work or two, there's absolutely no way Nakamura can win. He just, he can drop pillage, but...
What's going on with Affinity? Everybody knows that this deck has been dominating Standard. The Spellcut banning didn't even give it a hiccup. This has been the dominant deck in Standard. Everybody knows how explosive it is, but nobody's played it in this extended field other than 8 guys out of 286. Yet here it sits in the finals. What's up?
If people tested it more, they would have played it. The fact that people...
How hard is it to figure out to test the dominant Standard deck?
Because people... You don't understand. There's a common thing that people won't bother testing a deck if they feel that there's going to be too much hate. All they have to do is think about cards like Pernicious Keep, Meltdown, Pulverized, Energy Flux, and they'll just immediately discount the deck. Because, especially in an extended format, there's so many decks that you have to test. You really can't test every single one. You have to use your judgment for some of the decks. You just have to, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get anything done.
Well, Nakamura sends Jackal Pup into the red zone. Pretty brave against Frogmite plus Ravager plus Aether Vial with 1 counter still on tap.
But Canali is not going to block. It's just too good for him too.
We'll see. So, people thought there would be too much hate for Affinity. Were they wrong?
They weren't necessarily wrong. There was a certain amount of hate, but I think it wasn't the good hate. Energy Flux is a good hate card. Oxidize is not. So most of the Blue-Green Madness decks, they ran Oxidize in sideboard instead of Energy Flux. And at the last minute, even my team, we took the Energy Flux out of our sideboard just because we didn't think there would be any Affinity decks.
Well, that's actually
and there really weren't.
Right.
There weren't. But we just should have taken that into account and realized we're making this decision. Other people probably are too. So let's play Affinity. That's basically what we should have done.
Well, Canali took the Jackal Pup damage, as you predicted. Nakamura played a second Jackal Pup, passed over the turn. Now Canali played Somber Hoverguard, and he's attacking with Frogmite plus Arcbound Ravager. Does Jackal Pup want to block here? How does this work?
He could consider blocking the Frogmite just because it's 1 less creature that he has to worry about putting the Arcbound Ravager counters onto.
Right.
But it just makes more sense for him to just try to attack with the Jackal Pups next turn and burn him out, because I don't think he's going to be able to deal with Canali's creatures at this point. Even with the pillage, it's just...
Well, he did take the 3 damage, and Canali passed the turn.
Canali has 2 counters in the vial now. It's really dangerous for Nakamura at this point.
Send the Jackal Pups, right?
Yeah.
Well, Firebolt on the Hoverguard, so it doesn't even want to get Canali the option to block.
If this is a successful attack, if he has nothing to vial into play, then he could get enough damage through to possibly seal the deal with burn, but it's going to be close.
Jackal Pups are in the red zone. Canali has not yet accepted the damage. He could Aether Vial out a creature.
After he has a second Ravager.
If we were talking about during the pregame, Shuhei Nakamura is playing the Red Deck Wins deck designed by Soyoshi Fujita, a member of the Osaka Boys. Really has become the dominant force in Japan, which has arguably become the dominant force on the Pro Tour. French players would probably disagree with that statement, but I mean they're clearly playing among the best Magic players in the world right now.
Okay, so
Fujita got 9th, Osamu Fujita got 17th, Shuhei Nakamura sitting here in the finals.
it looks like Canali
did have the second Ravager, so
this is
Canali, April Vials out the second Ravager.
worse for Nakamura.
Definitely not good news.
He must be considering the only thing Nakamura can have right now is Magma Jet, and he has no instant speed burn.
Activate Flint Moth next. Interesting.
Yeah.
Block both of them. You like that block?
Yeah, I think it's a great block. Flint Moth Nexus really isn't that good in this matchup. It's one of the reasons we didn't play it and extend it because there's Wasteland and Port.
Okay.
It's not really an effective threat anymore like it was in block.
So what's it going to do? Stack damage and then feed the Nexus to the Ravager to keep it alive?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing Nakamura can have is Magma Jet, which is fine for him because he has another Ravager anyway.
Yep. Stack damage, feeds the Blink Moth Nexus to the Ravager, so now Ravager is 3-3. Plenty big enough to survive the 2 points of Jackal damage.
Yep. His game's over.
And Nakamura contemplates responding, but no. 13-18. And then meanwhile, Nakamura takes 3 damage for his trouble thanks to Jackal Puff's drawback.
No, I think it's only 2 because he took the
No, Nexus, one from the Nexus and 2 from the Ravager. And there's the Magma Jet you were suspecting. Nakamura points a Magma Jet at the Ravager, so we'll see what Canali is up to. Why wouldn't he do that as a response? If he's going to do it, he should do it as a response, right?
Yeah, I would do it in response to the before damage on the stack because that way, if he wants to sack the lands, then he could just sack the lands. But if he wants to sack it to the other Ravager, then damage wouldn't be on the stack yet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, see, had he done that before damage on the stack,
but then he takes a bunch of the Jackal Puff hurts in that case. But he winds up taking more damage from Jackal Puff if he sees that if he makes the.
That's true, but it's already bad. It's already a bad situation for him because he would lose the Jackal Puff.
Well, there's Arcbound Worker. That's enough.
Yeah.
Wow! All of a sudden, Affinity. You've seen it before, and unfortunately, we're seeing it again. Pierre Canali, 2 Ravagers is more than enough. Smash into the red zone, and the Frenchman takes the 1-0 lead.
That was a perfect draw. The only draw that can really stand a chance against Game 1 against Red Dead Woods.
Right, Nakamura's supposed to win Game 1, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to.
That was the game where he allegedly had the biggest advantage.
I mean, now he really doesn't have anything to bring in against Affinity, and Canali's bringing in 3 chills. Now, I don't think this will single-handedly win him the game, but it's going to be a lot harder for Nakamura to win now than it was. Nakamura really needs to win that Game 1.
So what are his chances now?
I'd say I'd still have to give the advantage to Nakamura, but I mean the way Canali's been drawing these past few games I've been watching him, anything can happen. I mean, again, if he goes turn 1 Aethervial and he has the chill, he's going to win. You know, so he's capable of just locking up the game. I mean, I have to figure he's going to be boarding out the cover cards for the 3 chills. I don't see what Nakamura is going to be boarding in, though. I mean, he could board in Flames and Taboo as another way to deal with Arcbound Raptor, but there's really nothing that he wants out of his deck. I mean, Magma Jet might be, Firebolt might be the worst card, or maybe Magma Jet just as for mana consideration. And because like the scrying effect isn't that effective against the Ravager anyway.
Well, in addition to Oath and myself, we've also got Jonathan Becker helping to bring you coverage of this final. Jonathan Becker is our sideline reporter down on the floor. How's it going down there, Jonathan?
Well, it was a fast Game 1, really. That was a heck of a draw by Canali. They were busting out with the Bone Fleet one next to 2 Ravagers, and he really didn't have Nakamura really didn't stand a chance there, I don't think. I was also worrying about
what's the mood like down there? Are the players excited? Are they nervous? Are they scared?
You know, they both seemed really pretty pleased. Canali, when he was starting the sideboard, just picked the sideboard and showed the chills to the crowd and smiled at everybody. And Nakamura just took the sideboard very quickly and efficiently, and he went shuffled his deck, is ready to play Game 2. So I don't think he's feeling overwhelmed. I think he feels like he's got a good shot at this because his deck's very powerful. So we're going to see what's going to turn out in Game 2.
All right, fair enough. Why don't you try to get a look at exactly how the 2 players sideboarded, and we'll get a report back from you once they're done.
I sure will.
All right, thanks.
I love John Becker.
Yeah?
He looks like just some guy who walked in off the street, started watching the Magic, happened to have a headset on him.
He's a good guy.
Great guy.
Been around over the years. Really seems to enjoy the game. He's a lawyer, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He's been
Actually got a job out there in the real world.
Oh, yeah. Started playing in 1938, I believe.
I believe it was 39.
39. On his 18th birthday. There's a patent French three-pile shuffle.
It's interesting. We were talking about excited, nervous, scared. I talked to Jeffrey Cerrone before the top 8 started, and, you know, how do you feel, nervous, excited? He's like, yeah, that was yesterday. Yesterday was the day for being scared and then being excited. Today, I should time to play. And that is a day to get used to the idea, being in the finals.
I know one player, my roommate actually, Eugene Harvey.
Yeah?
He's made top 8 several times, but he always says that he gets so nervous. He actually cries himself to sleep before a tournament because he's just. It's a little bit of being nervous and anxious, but at the same time excited because you don't know what's going to happen. So it's mostly tears of joy, I'd say, not of, being fearful.
Is that roommate or ex-roommate?
I mean,
that line.
maybe ex-roommate. I don't know. Who knows? I believe he's in the crowd watching the match next to Grand Prix winner Jonathan Sonny.
Nakamura did not like his opening hand. He is mulliganing down the 6, down a game, and now hitting down a card, too, as well. All right. So, what do you think is going on with American Magic these days? I mean, you and Eugene and the rest of the Target guys seem to be doing pretty well, but that's about it, right?
We're all playing chess, frankly. We've all given up Magic, and we like chess more.
It's interesting, actually. If you look at the standings, there are 3 Americans in the top 16, and the oldest any of them are is 17 years old. You got Gadiel Schleifer into the top 8 at 15 years old. Sitting in 10th place is Kyle Goodman, who I believe is 16, and then Jeff Garza in 16th place, won JSS, won Grand Prix New Jersey, also 16 years old. So 3 16-year-olds, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, but
in the top 16.
I don't think so.
Can you dance?
Yeah.
We've been over this before.
Fantastic.
All right. But it really seems like a changing of the guard pro tour to me, especially amongst Americans.
We're just boys.
Very much.
The Americans are going to explode at the next pro tour.
Well, I mean, if you got three 16-year-olds, 15 and 16-year-olds in the top 16, that's actually interesting. Well,
turn 1, obviously. I've never seen this guy. Obviously, he's going to win the pro tour. Every turn 1 interval, he starts with it in place, basically.
So Nakamura did indeed keep the 6-card hand. They're off in game number 2. That's Grim Lavamancer, right? Dueling against Aethervile. Canali's deck definitely does seem to love him.
Please don't tell me this is only a magma jet by Nakamura at the end of the turn. I mean...
2 mana up and he did nothing.
Ooh, luckily he does only have a Glimmer Void and a Nexus.
Cranial plating.
And a Cranial Plating. Interesting choice to keep that in. And I guess that's a good card against
he took out his hover guards. Took out the hover guards for the chill. Nakamura's got to be happy no chill came down.
I think he's got to be happy that Cranial Plating's in play because it's not very good against a deck full of burn spells because it's an equipment. But then again, Canali, he's in the finals, and I'm here sitting next to you talking about it, so he obviously knows something I don't.
You could join the Dinosaur Club.
No. I mean, compared to players like Jeff Garza and Gadiel Schleifer, yeah, but...
Ultipilosaur, is that how that would work?
I don't know. I don't really think about this. This game, despite the turn 1 Aethervile, it's not that bad for Nakamura. I mean, with only a Glimmer Void, a Nexus, and now Cranial Plating in play, it's not the most aggressive start, or defensive start, frankly. Oh, and there's a Wasteland. Whoa. Why
would he not use it?
Why would he not Wasteland?
He nailed the Nexus, right?
Why would he not Wasteland the Nexus? I mean, I don't see why. I mean, unless he has Fire Cat in his hand and Flame Tongue, and he's just got an overflow of 4
I think he probably took the Fire Cat out.
I mean, that's possible, but the Firecats aren't actually that bad against Affinity. I mean, it's a lot of damage, and it's hard for them. I mean, he could block with Ravager, I guess, but...
Cool. Cranial plating number
Another
2.
cranial plating. That'll surely win him the game now.
Interesting. Yeah, I think so. What do you think about Ensnaring Bridge in this matchup?
I think Ensnaring Bridge is okay. I mean, if he empties his hand, he doesn't have Ornithopter, so it's hard for him to really deal with an Ensnaring Bridge. He has no way to deal with it after either main deck or after board. I mean, he has Sealer removal, but that won't really get the job done against a red deck win deck. So, I mean, Nakamura could just be boarding in the Ensnaring Bridges and just trying to burn the Canali out. Yet another wise choice.
That's interesting. Actually, so what would you name there? I mean,
you have to, if he's bringing in 4 Ensnaring Bridges, you have to assume he's bringing out his Firecat.
Well, you don't know that. Canali doesn't know that, right?
I mean, it's not a terrible play because the fact that he didn't use his Wasteland, you have to assume that he's trying to get the 4 mana. But 4 mana for what? You know?
Firecat. So
Firecat or
Canali's looking over. Is that Pillage on the Vial?
Yes.
Interesting. Pillage on the Vial. And Wasteland on Glimmervoid. Wow. All of a sudden, Pierre Canali is down to just colorless mana.
On the plus side, he does have Cranial Plating. One of the spectators pointed out that Nakamura could have morphed a Firecat into play if he had it, so he didn't actually need to sit on that Wasteland. He could have just used it. But then again, who knows if he even had a third land in his hand? Maybe he just didn't want to blow the Wasteland yet. I'm not sure what the reason is. It's probably, in all likelihood, it might be a mistake just to not have done it, but I would have waited.
Oh, now you got the wrong meddling name, maybe. So Flip-Flop Nexus gets activated. That makes for 4 artifacts so that he can get Frostbite into play and play a Thought Cast. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, okay, 4. Okay. And now 1. Yeah, he's right. So if you're Pierre Canali, and you've got Meddling Mage in this matchup, okay. You don't know how your opponent's going to sideboard. You didn't really get to playtest this matchup because you were more worried about the quarterfinals, and you don't playtest the finals.
Yeah.
What would you be Meddling Maging? What would you be thinking about?
I mean, I guess a Snaring Bridge. It's like...
I mean, earlier you weren't even sure the bridge came in.
Yeah,
is it
but...
good or is it not good?
It's got to be the worst card for him. He has no way to deal with it. Like, I think he just didn't really care. I mean, Meddling Mage isn't going to be sticking around that long for Red Deck Win deck. It's really kind of irrelevant.
So you name a tempo card in that case.
Yeah, like if he's Firecat's fine. If he goes turn 4 Firecat, it's not the best thing for him. So, but he could just like morph it into play anyway. So like, you might as well name anything.
Oh, another Wasteland. Down to the seat of the Starnut.
Wow, this is.
Yeah. Oh, and you tell me on one time.
One card, 2 Lavamancers. If you pick off any
graveyard,
he's able to pick off both of Canali's creatures.
Should you let him have the Frogmite in his main phase? He shouldn't, right?
No, he should kill it.
Oh, okay. It looks like he is. Probably draw phase.
Doing my duel?
No. Yeah, draw phase. That makes sense.
The only thing that's keeping Canali in this game is his double cranial plating.
You'd rather have Summer Hover card, I think.
I'd rather have
obviously he's folding in the chill.
I'd actually rather have like a ham sandwich sitting on that board than 2 cranial plating. Now he could do a lot of damage if he wants to. He can do. How much can he do? 10 points? 8 points of damage?
What do you think about Meddling Mages and Affinity in general?
I think it's not bad. I mean, you can Violet into play, so the color consideration isn't too bad. But, I don't know. Whenever I test Affinity, the more color cards I add to the deck, the clunkier it becomes for me, at least. So, but, I mean, they seem to be pretty good for Canali during this Pro Tour, so maybe It's just it's a card that you have to test a little more.
So Canali played an Ether Vial and then played it up Meddling Mage, took a hit for 6.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what he got. The one Lava Mancer still had Summoning Sickness. The other one he used to nail the Frogmite before it could help power up any Infinity spell.
Yeah.
Is that the right play? Is it worth 6 damage in order to deny Canali that artifact in play?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I don't think he really cares that much about taking 6 points of damage at that point in the game.
There we go, Ensnaring Bridge and 0 cards in Shuhei Nakamura's hand. Can Canali win from this position?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a lot of. He needs.
Basically, he needs a Disciple win.
He needs to just slowly build up his hand and just load everything in a single turn.
But it's got to be Disciple Ravager shenanigans, right? It's possible for him to attack.
No, he's not gonna be able to unless. No, there's no way he's gonna be able to keep any cards in Nakamura's hand.
Yeah, Nakamura's got 4 mana. He's going to play whatever he draws. He's got Ensnaring Bridge.
If Nakamura gets a curse roll,
So now if you look at this board, there's Meddling Mage naming Blistering Firecat, which our spotter on the floor looked it up. That's exactly what Nakamura took out of his deck in order to bring in the Ensnaring Bridges. That's like 2 matches in a row where Canali has got Meddling Mage equal to a card that is the card that's sideboarded out.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like you said, it was probably just a tempo play. He didn't figure the Meddling Mage would be in there in play for.
Yeah, it's not like it actually would have shut down Nakamura, since the Grim Lava Mancer can just kill the Meddling Mage. It will kill it as soon as he gets around to it, probably. Well, actually, he's just
I think he's going to try to just go to the head because he can't kill every single one of.
Oh, that was interesting. He chose not to use one there. He'd just rather have the cards in his graveyard. He's saving up.
I think he's afraid of Disciple. He doesn't want to. He wants to make sure he has a way to kill Disciple.
Makes sense.
You know, because if he draws a Vault of the Whispers and then.
Well, Aether Vial can get the Disciple into play.
Well, no, he has 2 counters in the Aether Vial now. So he could have Ravager play and Vault, and that'll give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts. So he's 1 off. So he's getting there.
Down comes another Aether Vial.
I mean, Nakamura has to start doing some serious damage to Canali. Otherwise,
sure, wants to. All right, there you go. Lava Mancer to the dome. Canali's at 15.
It's a close game.
Yeah, the game is. Nakamura's got to do 15 more damage before Canali can come up with a Disciple kill.
Yeah, I don't. There's no. He has to just start throwing every piece of burn he can.
He drew a land. What do you want?
Those platings were hover cards.
Would Hover Guard have gotten some damage in?
I mean, yeah, I think so. More than Cranial Plating.
I'm not sure he ever would have been able to play it. He tapped out for Thought Cast that one turn. It's not clear Hover Guard would have gotten into play. I mean, he couldn't. He only had blue mana for 1 turn. He probably would have saved his blue mana for that. And the Wastelands actually took away all his blue mana. Well, here comes another Meddling Mage. Naming... We shall see. Now, what would you name?
Probably.
If this is big, if he's right and can trap a card in Nakamura's hand, suddenly he can attack into Ensnaring Bridge, right?
Yeah, maybe Firebolt. Maybe. This is a tough one. He's going to be able to kill the Meddling Mage, but.
That's true. That doesn't matter a whole lot.
I'm not sure what the hell card is going to. Maybe Curse Roll.
It's actually pretty good for him if he can force Nakamura to point burn at the Meddling Mage. Right? Buys him time to get drawn into the Disciple that he needs.
And only need to draw a Ravager and a Disciple.
Right. Do you have 9 artifacts?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8.
Yeah, and plus the Ravager will make it 9.
Yeah, so Ravager plus Disciple is lethal if Canali can piece it together in time. Now, just killing the Disciple doesn't help him, right?
No, he'll just put the Ravager to play first.
Canali can stack it up.
I mean, I'm sure Canali is going to draw more land. He'll eventually just get to the point where he has at least 10, 11 artifacts in play, just puts a Ravager into play. Because Nakamura is not going to be able to have any cards in his hand, so it'll be easier for him to set it up.
That's an attack with Grim Lava Mancer. That's cute.
You can get cards in his graveyard.
Yeah, he'd rather have it in his graveyard. It's kind of funny. But does he block with the Firecat one or the Firebolt one?
I don't know. Both are pretty useful right now.
He just blocks his mirror enforcer, I think.
Take one.
Take it.
Oh,
What on earth? What is mirror enforcer doing for him? Wow, interesting. And down comes Mob Fanatic.
No. It's another group.
Oh, it's Grim Lava Mancer number 3. My apologies. So we've got on Shuhei Nakamura's side of the board, Ensnaring Bridge, Mob Fanatic, and 3 times Grim Lava Mancer. Nakamura is down a game, but it is best 3 out of 5, so he's still got some room to maneuver with. 9 points of life. Get a good look at Shuhei.
We'll probably be technically 2 Grim Lava Mancers next game.
Pierre Canali, on his board, it's Cranial Plating, Mirror Enforcer, another Cranial Plating, which is attached to a Meddling Mage, a second Meddling Mage. He's got Arcbound Worker and a pair of Aether Vials, but that Ensnaring Bridge is holding off the whole team. The Meddling Mages are set to Firebolt, and the card that he sideboarded out for the Ensnaring Bridge, which is Blistering Firecat. So this time Mirror Enforcer crunches a Lava Mancer. Jackal-Pup comes down.
Nakamura is not trying.
No, he wants to draw Burn. He wants Curse Scroll. He wants Firebolt.
Magma Jet would be great.
Magma Jet would be awesome. He just needs to draw Burn. He's just got to deal 14 before Nakamura can come up with both a Disciple and a Ravager.
It's an exciting game.
Ensnaring Bridge is a pretty powerful card. Does tend to bog the game down, but
You have to assume that Canali has at least one part of the combo in his hand. As soon as he draws the other, it's just game over. I don't think there's anything Nakamura. Yeah, there's nothing really Nakamura can do.
Field Fire. Canali is now at an effective 11. Grim Lava Mancer can do twice, so he's at an effective 7. At a snap of the fingers, Nakamura could drop Canali to 7.
Oh, wow.
There's Thoughtcast. Dig for 1. Reach over. Dig for another. Give it to me. Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't seem like Ensnaring Bridge is too exciting in this match.
I think it's fine. But, there's Disciple. Disciple of the Vault is in play. And he passes the turn. Interesting. Is he baiting Burn because he's got a second Disciple? There's no way he's committed to the board without the Ravager.
Yeah, he's got to have the second Disciple.
I guess in theory, even if Nakamura points Burn at it, he can Aether Vial out
The
Ravager. There's another Mirror Enforcer. So there's enough artifacts that I think the stack works out.
I mean,
it actually doesn't.
I don't think there's anything. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I would actually even go after the Disciple there. I just, if he's got to.
Yeah, Canali wouldn't do that unless he had a second Disciple. So Nakamura might have just wasted a point of Burn.
I would just throw all my Burn at
Canali's head.
Canali, yeah. Nakamura has to realize that he can't do anything about the Disciple kill. I mean, It's going to happen.
He might think Canali might have messed up, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's
possible.
possible.
Some cases, the opponent just plain messed up.
But I mean...
It's been known to happen in the Pro Tour Finals before.
Yeah. Is that jab at me?
No, not particularly. I mean, you look at Brian Davis and extended against Maher. You look at, Dave Mills against me, just messed up.
Wow, how funny you managed to bring up the fact that you were in the finals of Pro Tour.
You brought up the fact that you were in the finals of the Pro Tour.
Yeah, but that was like the first time I did it today, though.
Our sideline reporter chips in the fact that he has never been in the finals of the Pro Tour.
In the finals of
he is now.
Either, for that matter.
Oh.
I can't imagine that was a mistake on Canali's part. I mean, he has to have a second Disciple. Come on, Nakamura, draw some Burn, please. Something. Not another Jackal-Pup.
Oh, he keeps on creatures. No. Where's the Curse Scroll?
Wouldn't it be awesome if he just
can't even get Jackal-Pup into the graveyard.
Wouldn't it be awesome if he just attacked with both Jackal-Pups and Canali was so scared of some sort of crazy bluff that he just took it?
It's actually impossible because of the Ensnaring Bridge.
Oh.
Too bad, really.
You draw a card, and then attack.
No.
And then another card.
Oh, yeah. That sounds great.
A blue one? Green.
Canali cracks a dramatic sphere.
Another podcast.
Digs.
No.
Yep, another podcast.
He's got to find sooner or later.
Reaches over. Digs. And another one. I don't think so. I don't give him credit for a good enough poker face.
The French love the slow roll.
He looked at his life total. He's at 9, right? He's doing math? Uh-oh.
Maybe he's trying to see if
I
he
think
can
it's
get
pretty
some
good
air
poker
force
face.
it. Come on.
He's got to have it,
better
right?
not.
It's lethal if he's got
He
it.
has an Aether vial.
Is he going to lead with the Disciple?
I don't understand why he's having a black.
There's no way you lead with the Disciple.
Please don't. Why don't you just Aether vial into play?
What?
Why would you not Aether vial the
Now he can
Ravager
respond
into
to
play?
a Ravager.
I mean, maybe he's got another Disciple. Maybe this is the ultimate slow roll.
This is crazy, right?
I don't understand it exactly, but
Maybe he drew a third Disciple?
what is? Maybe he has another Disciple. All right, there's a Ravager.
He just wins if he plays Ravager, then
Yeah.
Aether Vial's out Disciple, right?
He's got to have another Disciple in his hand. I'm thinking.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't make a play that buffoonish. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Disciple into play? Maybe he's definitely just slow roll. There's no way. I refuse to believe he made a play that embarrassingly
So if he
bad.
plays Ravager first, there's no way for Nakamura to get to burn out of it. He plays the Disciple in, and even if Nakamura puts one into Disciple, the Ravager's already in play, so he can feed all the artifacts to what he wants while there's lethal damage pointed at Disciple's head.
Like, there's a chance that a meteor might hit Nakamura, and then maybe he'd lose the game that way. But I think that if he just activated the Aether Vial, put a Ravager into play, then activated, I mean, that's
He can just tap 2 mana for it.
that's the look of a man who made a fantastic play.
Oh my goodness. No.
Wow, I can't imagine that. I mean,
He activated.
I don't get it. I just don't understand. Maybe does he have the other one or what? If he's,
He activated Aether Vial. Nakamura's trying to figure out whether to try to burn the Ravager's response.
I don't think you can though. There's too many artifacts in play.
Well, if he sacks enough of them before Ravager comes out, this is a great bluff. If he doesn't have the Disciple, like he might actually get out from under, buy himself some
But he
more
has.
time.
There's no way Nakamura can do enough damage to Ravager to reduce the number of artifacts in play. It's like, and why is he sacking? I just don't understand. Why doesn't? Yeah,
Sacking the worker's just better there,
I
right?
don't get why he doesn't sack the worker there. I don't understand what either
He
one of
actually
them is
can
doing.
sack enough.
Frankly.
Nakamura's playing fine. It's just you
No,
know,
because the thing is, there's
you
no
get him below 9 artifacts.
like no, he can't get him below 9 artifacts though.
Excuse me. Well, Canali has shown us that he does indeed have the third Disciple, but Nakamura thought he killed the Ravager.
All right, well.
And there's just enough artifacts? Right? 1, 2,
Yeah, there's
3,
9.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
There's
9.
definitely not, because there's no way Canali could have lost.
Oh, there you go. All right. Pierre Canali did not mess up.
No,
Everything's fine.
I mean,
3 Disciples and the Ravager. He just slow rolled the third Disciple, and there you go. It wasn't pretty. Many of Canali's wins have not been pretty, but it's a win just the same. Pierre Canali has a 2-0 lead. Shuhei Nakamura back against the wall. He's got to rattle off 3 straight if he wants to be Pro Tour Columbus champion.
Speak for yourself. I thought that was one of the prettiest matches that I've seen in recent memory. I just don't know why he would slow roll at that much. He wins. You win the game. There's no point. 2 Disciples. All right.
I like him playing the first Disciple to bait the burn. I thought that was a good play.
It's irrelevant. No, it's irrelevant. It's so irrelevant.
It buys in turns. Like it's
What turns? I don't understand. He wins. There's no way he can lose the
No,
game.
the previous turn. That turn, yeah, he drew into Ravager, he wins. Ravager plus Disciple.
But he could even afford to wait like 3 more turns if he wants. It doesn't matter. Like there's no way
it's not
Nakamura
scary.
there's no way Nakamura draws enough burn in even 3 turns.
3 turns he can do it.
No,
He can do it in 2 turns. If he goes Curse Scroll Firebolt.
That's not enough. Because he has a metal image on Firebolt.
Fine, first scroll, whatever, something else. Magma Jet.
I'm pretty sure Canali could have done anything to win that game. And he did do anything. Well,
was there a Wasteland in play on the end of that last game? Yes, there was a Wasteland
was
in
there a
play.
Wasteland? I didn't see
If he wastes an artifact land or even a Blink Moth Nexus,
no, but it's like
doesn't he? Then there's not enough artifacts in play to win that turn.
no, but you don't understand though. What I'm saying is, if Canali played correctly, there's no way he loses that match.
Obviously, granted.
Like I don't know, like you sack a worker, like I
That's not the point. Look at it from Nakamura's point of view. From Nakamura's point of view, is there anything he can do to win the game? All right, his opponent drew the kill, but played it in the wrong order. Could he punish him for playing it in the wrong order? I think yes. I think he actually could have. Right? If he wastelands, there's not enough artifacts for him to disciple him out. Then he can untap Lava Man to the disciple. There's only one disciple left in Canali's deck.
Listen, if you're
I think Nakamura actually should have won that game.
If you're trying to convince me that both players played poorly, you don't have to sell me on it.
I think Nakamura missed a play that would have punished Canali for his own misplay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I think they both played badly. Is that what we're arguing about here? Who played worse?
No, I initially thought Nakamura had actually played the game really well.
I think Nakamura did play. I think that he played the game much better than Canali did. But I think the fact is that there was really nothing he could have done. I mean, if he had a wasteland,
there is.
I mean, you could.
If he had a wasteland, there is. He wins the game
True.
if he wastelands as a response to the Rat.
You're right. But I do feel he played much better than Canali did for the most part.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, Game 3 has gotten started. Shuhei Nakamura has a couple of mountains and a Seal of Fire. Chromatic Sphere is the turn 1 play for Pierre Canali, not Aether Vial that we've seen the last few games.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air for Nakamura. But then again, he doesn't
Curse Scroll
have
plus Seal of
exactly
Fire.
what he needs. I mean, if he has the Ensnaring Bridge too, it's not that bad. Unless it's a Metal Mage. Ancient Den Metal Mage.
Metal Mage doesn't look very exciting against. There's the chill.
That's not that bad. It doesn't do anything.
It depends. I mean,
no, if he has
it's
land,
really good against Curse Scroll. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Did you play Magic back then?
if he has enough land, then
3 mana Jackal Pup, very exciting.
that's awesome.
It's a Grey Ogre, right? That's not that bad. Is that about what it should cost?
I mean, if you guys designed it correctly, yes. 3 mana 2/1. Let's see here.
It's hard to play up there on stage in the finals, don't you think?
Yes, it's very nerve-wracking. I mean, how was it like for you when you were in the finals?
I felt like I could block it out. You know what I mean? I just concentrated on the game and didn't really.
Sarcastic, Randy.
No, it was interesting because both of these players made mistakes last game. And
I think the people in the audience, the talking, the lights, it's nervous. You're not used to this testing in your living room.
Right.
It's not
You got Canali in his first Pro Tour ever.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Nakamura in his first top 8.
Mistakes are going to be made. I mean, I was playing.
Did you make any mistakes?
I was playing Astral Slide against Goblins in the Father Pro Tour, and I forgot to cast Lightning here, so unfortunate. Because I was so nervous. But I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us, and I still won that game anyway. So.
All right, so Nakamura is now attacking with the Jackal Pup. He cleared an Archdon worker out of the way with, I believe it was a 3-mana Firebolt.
Yes.
Oh, it was a 3-mana Seal of Fire. So he played a Seal of Fire, cleared the worker. That Jackal Pup, he's looking okay. I mean, if he can get a land and actually get his hand cleared, get Curse Scroll online,
I mean,
he can start dealing damage relatively quickly, and Canali doesn't seem to have any action. All he's done is, he got the chill. That's probably why he kept his draw.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that his hand was just pretty bad, but he had to turn 2 chill, so it wasn't enough for him to keep.
They even saw it on the board. Star 482. Why isn't Nakamura using Wasteland? Oh, that was probably the first Wasteland. Yeah, no. He and Christian Ambold saw the same play that the crowd came in and told us about.
Let me tell you, it's a lot easier to play watching instead than actually playing under the lights and having to deal with all the pressure of, realizing what your cards do.
Nice. The webcasting team says the bass of Osip's voice overwhelms the media encoder voice codec. I bet you had no idea.
I mean, I'm quite masculine if that's what you're implying.
Interesting.
So, another attack with Jackal?
Jackal Pup into the red zone. And another 3-mana Jackal Pup.
Man. Jackal Pup is so good. I guess Ravager pretty much... I guess he can... Nah, I mean, he still has that Glimmervoid in play. Does he add another counter to Aether Vial, or is there still only one?
Just one.
Still only one counter. 3 mana from up. So he doesn't have an Archon Worker.
He had the one earlier, it got sealed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 2 have been sealed, right? Yeah. Pup scroll. And there's Disciple.
So maybe
Disciple seems like it will not be long for this world.
So did he just, maybe he has the worker, he drew the worker. I mean, I have to assume he's going to vial a worker into play to make his Spellcast cheaper. And then why wouldn't he just vial the Disciple in play? I mean...
Oh, rather than spending a black mana for it? He may as well bluff, right? If he's got nothing else to do with
I mean, if he only has one counter in the Aether Vial, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, he only has one counter.
But you just give your opponent
Yeah,
more
there's good
information.
answer. No, you give him less information.
Oh, so, okay, so there's a second...
Oh, second Disciple. Chose not to block. Would you block Curse Scroll there? Jackal Pup with Disciple?
I mean, no, I think maybe he has a Ravager, yeah.
Oh, he's just going setting up the Ravager kill? Or is this the Pro Tour about to end? What are the life totals?
Well, no,
I don't think our
not
graphic is correct. Yeah, Nakamura's Seal can take out one of the Disciples at a moment's notice. What are the life totals right now? 19 to 12. Yeah, Canali's at 12.
So effectively, he's at 8 with the Grimmaw Management Seal on play.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Ravager.
Oh, there's Ravager. So yeah, Seal will nail Disciples in response. Response, another Ravager? Oh my.
I tell you, this guy does better.
Yeah, 2 Ravagers, 2 Disciples. That draw does not suck. Is that game? How many artifacts?
19. No, it's... I don't think it's game quite yet, Randy.
It just needs 6
I mean, no, because he has the Nexus.
Oh, 19.
So you can attack with the Nexus, too. Like, because Nakamura tapped out, used the Seal on the Disciple,
Right.
the other Ravager into play.
That was the chill, right? The chill was huge. It made Nakamura spend 3 mana for all those spells. Curse Scroll never got online, and it caught him tapped out here. He'd had Lava Mancer in play turns ago, and maybe even Curse Scroll active if it wasn't for the chill. Chill and Engineered Plague may have looked like janky sideboard cards, but they just might win Pierre Canali this Pro Tour.
I think that might be, game. I think, if I'm doing the math correctly.
I don't see how... Yeah, so sack.
They're effectively 3 points of damage each.
Yeah, if he winds up with a bunch of counters on Bleakmoth Nexus at the end of this, he just wins, right?
He'll have him, because then the Seal Fire resolves, the first Disciple dies,
Right.
Ravager resolves, he sacks the Ravager, put the remaining counter onto the Nexus.
Yep.
That's another 2 points of damage, so it should be like 19.
17, stage 2.
That's 17.
Okay.
That's all he does?
Is that
And he
all?
lets the Seal resolve.
I mean,
Huh.
maybe he still has enough.
Huh.
Wait, what is he doing? Why is he doing that?
Because he doesn't want to win the game this turn. He'd rather say go.
Couldn't he have killed him with Nexus?
Yeah.
I thought he could have killed him with
I
Nexus.
think so. I think if he sacks every available artifact to the 1 Ravager, then before the Seal responds.
I mean, that's awesome.
He was there last time. There was a guy walking there.
Wow. He's going to win. I'm pretty sure he's going to win.
He's going to win anyway.
Yay!
Passed up an onboard kill.
Let me tell you something. Thank you so much for making our Crown Ravager.
No problem. Pierre Canali will join the fine ranks of French Pro Tour champions.
I'm going to write a book, How to Win a Pro Tour for Dummies, and the first page, buy our Crown Ravagers.
16 bucks. Yeah, Flores was talking about this guy. No matter what plays this guy makes, he just wins. His deck loves him.
Archon Ravager is like a fairy godmother, and it just sits on your shoulder, and it's like, you played badly, but I don't care. I still love you.
He also missed an on-board kill when he was playing for top 8 yesterday.
What? No way. I find that hard to believe. Unlikely.
It's actually interesting. It's something you were saying, or it was Gabriel Messi was saying earlier, that if you in Constructed, if you do your homework well and you show up with a good enough deck, you can actually get away with a couple of mistakes. Right? A lot of players have had success that way in Limited, too. Like, you look at a Gary Wise, for example, who's always made a play now and again that people questioned, but he seems to win anyway, and a lot of it is because of his drafting ability.
I mean, he also likes to eat a lot. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm completely dumbfounded.
Yeah, and staring.
I don't even know where I am anymore. Am I still at a Pro Tour? I have to feel like Benny Hill's going to walk out the curtain and be like, you just got punked. This ain't the Pro Tour. You did not make day 2.
These guys have better decks than you did.
I know. I should have played Ravager. What was I thinking? Oh, God.
Nakamura knows it too, right? I mean,
Nakamura,
he's like, I can't believe I'm losing.
I bet you
this
Nakamura is saying, I can't do a good Japanese accent, but I guarantee he's thinking, this is my Japanese accent. He is so bad. I cannot believe I'm losing to him. I can't believe it. You could have killed me.
It's not very good.
I mean, that's the best. I don't really. Does anyone else do a good Japanese accent? Because I don't really have an accent.
Well, Canali's moving everybody into the red zone. Archon Ravager attacks. Mirror Enforcer. Archon Ravager with 2 counters. Disciple of the Vault and Blink Moth Nexus.
Let's see if you can win from this
6
position.
attackers in the red zone.
This is gonna. It's a
And
good mystery.
there's a couple of Jackal Pups and a Grim Lava Mancer and a Curse Scroll on the other side.
I feel so bad for Nakamura. I honestly, I've never felt so bad for a Magic player.
Looks like Jackal Pup in front of 1 Ravager. As if Canali needed more ways to be able to deal damage to Nakamura, there's 2 Jackal Pups in combat with Archon Ravagers.
I mean, his only chance is that...
And Disciple blocks Grim Lava Mancer blocks Disciple.
I don't think he has a chance. 16.
So there's 9 points of unblocked damage before you start thinking about Ravagers.
4, 6.
That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. He takes 12 from this position.
No.
It's not enough.
He's just going to sack...
As long as the Ravagers eat themselves and move on to the Mirror Enforcers, that should do it.
Yeah, he's going to... If he does it correctly. But then again, you never know. I wouldn't be surprised if he said, sack my Mirror Enforcer to my Ravager, sack my Mirror Enforcer to my Ravager.
Come on. The guy's actually played reasonably well all weekend. He's missed a couple of subtle, tricky plays. I'll grant you that. But the kid's in his first Pro Tour ever. He's got an amazing deck list with a lot of innovations that nobody else came up with. Yeah. And he's playing it well enough.
And he has an amazing singing voice. What's your point? I mean, all right.
And he's a salsa dancer. Did we mention that?
Yeah. Don't quit your day job.
Take 1.
Well, the winner of this match does get $30,000.
Yeah.
Loser will have to settle.
You cannot make the finals of a Pro Tour without being good. You have to have somewhat skill. He obviously knows how to play his deck well.
Yes.
I'd say a lot of this just has to be nerves, under the lights, because he obviously made it this far,
So he is pounding the Jackal Pups is his plan. He's got a bunch.
Doesn't he realize that he can just
Lava Mancer his own pop, right? No, Nakamura scoops him up.
All right.
There you go. Pierre Canali, 3-0 sweep. Canali, 3-0, sweeps his way to the Pro Tour Championship. Congratulations, Pierre Canali. You are the Pro Tour champion and a big lead in the Rookie of the Year race.
This just in, Archbound Ravagers, $100 a piece.
So I was actually talking about it on the board. Do you think there's one guy saying I'm tired of winning everything, they should just ban Archbound Ravagers?
No, they shouldn't ban Archbound Ravagers. They should ban Artifact Lands. What you guys don't understand is you ban Ancient Tomb, but every Artifact land produces 2 mana in essence, and taps for color. So, if you want to ban Ancient Tomb, which is strictly inferior then,
Every Artifact land taps for 2 mana to cast, 2 spells. Somber Hoverguard and Thoughtcast. Oh, then the frog might and mirror enforcer. Still, it's not that many cards.
No, but
And they're not. It's like
if you want
a couple of dorks and a.
like if you want to keep Affinity in check, you should probably just ban Artifact Lands, the colored ones. I mean, you could ban Ravagers if you want, but
Do we need to
that
do
would
something? That's my.
like I prefer if you didn't ban Ravager because I own 4.
Yeah, there were not that many Affinity decks. Is it actually a good extended deck?
No, it is a very good extended deck. The thing is, I mean, the fact that it won a Pro Tour, you know, other decks will have to keep it in check. You know, I mean, it's a metagame, you know. But
extended metagame, well capable of adjusting to handle this Affinity deck. That's your read?
I mean, like in block, people adjusted to handle the Affinity deck, but sometimes it just wasn't good enough. So Affinity will still be a contender. It's just going to be a lot harder now that people realize how good it actually is. It was just like in GP Orlando. People didn't realize how good a Vial Affinity actually was.
Right.
So I had a cakewalk. Afterwards, you know, people made the adjustments. So it's an extended playable deck, but it's not going to dominate the format.
Fair enough.
People will make adjustments.
So after day 1, we had 9 decks in the top 9 positions in the Swiss. After day 2, we had 8 decks in the top 8. At the end of day 3, we still don't know what the best deck is. Affinity won, but there's definitely some question. Nobody seems to think this is a format-defining or dominating deck. But you know what? It was plenty good enough for Pierre Canali to win the first Pro Tour he ever entered. We're getting ready for an award ceremony. I'll be throwing it off to Scott Larrabee down on the floor as soon as they get set up with the big check and the trophies ready to hand up. All right, so take it away, Scott Larrabee.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Pro Tour Columbus champion Pierre Canali from France.
I can only imagine. Yeah, I forgot it was the first.
And congratulations to finalist Shuhei Nakamura from Japan. Also, congratulations to semifinalist Nicholas West from England. And Olivier Ruel from France. And once again, congratulations to Pro Tour Columbus champion Pierre Canali, winning $30,000 this weekend. Congratulations to all the players that finished this weekend. Thanks to all the staff and judges that helped out. We will see you January 28th and 30th in Nagoya, Japan for the next Pro Tour Nagoya. Thank you very much.